All right, we're live. We are live. What is good, my pack? How's everybody doing on there? My Vernon here, back again. And it is Monday, and we're doing the next open mic, the 75th open mic of my Q&As. Usually I would do these on Sunday, but Monday I was feeling pretty good, and I'm like, all right, let's do it now. So just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Just make sure can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up, please. Anyway, guys. So we are here, and we're gonna laugh. You guys are gonna ask me questions. I'll do the best of my ability to answer said questions and have some fun. I'll try to make you laugh. I'll just do my best to entertain you guys. So before we get into the questions and everything like that, I have to give some condolences because we have lost a few legends as of late. Betty White, of course, we talked about last time on the Q&A, and we also lost one of the trailblazers when it comes to actors who look like me. Sidney Poitier passed away as well. And then recently we lost a musical legend in Meatloaf, died at 74. I don't know how much the rumors are true, but they're saying it was COVID related. I don't know. That was what TMZ, but I don't trust them too much. We lost Meatloaf, and that day I was playing Meatloaf all day when I was at work. Bob Saget, we lost so young. That right there, that one hurt. That one hurt too. That hurt a lot because who wasn't a TGI Friday fan? Who didn't like America's Funniest Videos? He was the first host. Who didn't like Full House and Fuller House? Love those shows, and it was great to see Bob Saget. And who didn't like Bob Saget's kind of dark, sarcastic humor? But it was great. And to see that he died at he's still young, man. That's too young. That hurt. That one hurt.
You just lost somebody else.
And then, of course, we lost comedian Louis Anderson, passed away. He was another one. He died of his battle with blood cancer. Cancer is a bitch, man.
You lost somebody else.
And who else would we lose?
Brown lost the creator of the Hawaii 5-0 thing.
Really?
I believe I heard that.
Oh man. So we've lost a few, and then not to make it even scarier, but not too long even after that, my man, one of the greatest action heroes in Hollywood, Arnold, got into a bad accident. Scared the shit out of me when I heard his SUV flipped over. Luckily, he was okay, but the person that got hit was and got seriously hurt, and Arnold was really upset about it. But yeah, man, I was scared this was happening all over again. We're losing everybody. So yeah, man, this was tough, going back to Meatloaf, guys, I can remember the first time I actually heard Meatloaf, and I was like six, and I remember my mother would always used to lip sync his songs. And a couple years later, we're both lip syncing his song "Do Anything for Love," which is one of my favorite songs, and I also love the music video to that. that song as well. That's one of my favorite Meatloaf songs right there. I could do anything. I'll do anything for love. I love that song. Those are some of the fondest memories I have with Meatloaf and being introduced to him. And he wasn't a bad actor either. He wasn't a bad actor. He can be very oversized with his acting, very loud. But then of course he could be just. He wasn't a bad actor, but he also had really good comedic timing. I thought he had really good comedic timing. Um, One movie I really loved him in is Formula 51 with Samuel L. Jackson when he works for Meatloaf, who's like he was a chemist in that, and Sam Jackson was sent. He goes over to Liverpool and things like that, and he rocks a kill. And it's called something else in overseas. I think it's called the 51st State. And that was it was a movie, and the movie just showed me, to me personally, we Americans and Brits, we aren't that different. We are not that different. I was just like, okay, and I really enjoyed that movie. Um, and his name was the Lizard. Yeah, he was called the Lizard in that because I don't know, like half of his face was like really kind of burnt or something. And but yeah, he was Meatloaf was good. And Louis Anderson, the amount of roles that he did in his comedy, you know, was good too. I mean, I remember Louis Anderson was supposed to be um he was the first actor to do Perfect Strangers. For anybody who knows um Perfect Strangers was a show from back in the 80s with Bronson Pritchard, Balky, and he was in the pilot. He was supposed to be starring with Balky, the actor who played Balky, but it didn't work out. But of course, Louis had a couple of roles, and then of course, we all know him from Coming to America. See, I'm doing lettuce. Soon I'll be working fries, and then that's where the big bucks come in. That was a good movie right there. One of my favorites. And then of course we had his animated series Life with Louie, which was based off of like his life growing up in Minnesota, because he's really from Minnesota. But yeah, and I thought he was a really good host of Family Feud, because that's one of my favorite game shows. So uh, it's sad to see them leave this world, but at least they will be ascended to another place where there ain't no pain for them. So yeah. So rest in peace to all those legends. I just wanted to get that out there and talk about it. I'll talk about some more stuff later as well throughout the Q&A. But I'm seeing a lot of pack members come through joining me, and I appreciate that a lot. Um, we uh, got a couple of moderators in there, so thank you. I appreciate that. Um, so let's take a look at this, guys. All right. So we have Cyborg one 1999. Okay, I like that. We have Brill David was good. We got Kay Sheehan. We got Marion McDaniels, Caroline D. Salvador. Sorry. Facts Over Fear was good. We got Galactus Girl. What's up, Juan? And that's all the pack. And we got oh Tarzan. What's up? What is good, everybody? All right, so yeah, the floor is yours, guys. Ask me the questions that you want, and I'll talk about some things later. But Cyborg 1999 says, "How are you doing? I changed my YouTuber name. I like the name. That's cool. It's a little play off of Cyborg 009, I guess. Uh, I love that. Um, so yeah, but I'm doing fine. I'm doing pretty good. Uh, as best I can. Real David says, "Oh, my boy Chris, this is definitely the highlight of Monday night. Stop. Don't do that. Stop. I appreciate that. That's cool. Where you been at, man? I miss hearing your wisdom and or continuing things. I've just been chilling and doing fixing some things in terms of what's to come on the channel, things like that, and been supporting friends, things like that, and working. There you go. This should be fun. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Chris, what's up, Marion? Hey, Chris, how are you doing? I am fine. And we got facts and fury and facts over fear. I apologize. Giving me thumbs up, checks, and yes, yes, yay. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Chris, what's up, Juan? Okay, I have a joke for you. Okay, this is Galactus Girl. All right, well, here we go, Eliza. What does what does the Loch Ness monster and the brains of Republicans have in common? None have been found. Shit. Okay. All right, that's you. All right. Very okay. What are your thoughts on Jackass Forever and does it feel weird that Bam is not on there? I haven't. I'm fine with Jackass Forever. I haven't seen it yet. I probably won't see it in theaters or anything like that. But I've seen mostly all the Jackass movies. I used to watch the show. It is kind of sucked that Bam is not there. But I think he got isn't he dead? Didn't he pass away?
Oh, it was done.
Oh no, it's something else. But yeah, it does feel kind of weird a little bit, but I'm fine with it. It's what shocks me a little bit about is just how much how much white Johnny Knoxville hair is. Like, man, like the amount of like white hair he's gotten. Like, he's not even that.
It's not even gray.
It's not gray. It's white, and it's almost like, man, this dude is probably a cousin of Dante. It's like, and it's just so weird. It's like I remember this dude having hair, it's like his hair was black or whatever, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the stress of doing all these crazy stunts, or I don't know, because his hair it's not gray, it's white, and he's not even that old either. I mean, I don't think he's in his 50s, but that's not old to me. I never look at that.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble, so that's gonna be funny. Um, let's see what else. Cyborg, Doctor Fate versus Dormammu. Who'd win? Uh, is that Kumo? That's who that is? Okay, if that's what I think, uh, that's tough. It depends on where because if Doctor Fate is fighting in the dark dimension, then yeah, I'd definitely give it a Dormammu overall. Do you think Doctor Doom could take a punch from Superman? Yes, yes, because Doom's armor is magic. It's got magic in it, so
We're gonna do some damage. Superman,
and it'll
think
do some
about it.
damage to Superman. There's all that armor is souped up with so much stuff. Like, it makes me wonder when he does get incorporated into the MCU, how much are they going to incorporate into that? Like,
Oh, right. If you think about it, you could make an argument of introducing Doom and Doctor Strange.
yeah, I mean him and Doctor Strange are crossed. You got also Doom is a master alchemist and everything. So magic. hurt Superman. And speaking of Superman, guys, yeah, you hear the news about what DC is gonna do. So celebrating, it is gonna be the 30th anniversary since the day DC decided to kill off Superman with Doomsday. So in honor of that, DC Comics has decided they're gonna pretty much kill off the Justice League. Like 9 or 8 of their top tier characters are gonna die, and I think they're saying Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, a couple other people. I think John Stewart, Green Lantern, all gonna die. We'll see how that plays out. Let's see what else we got. Uh, oh no, wait, I'm skipping questions. Okay, Bob Saget was the same age as my mom. Betty White was shared her birthday with my mom. Wow, my mom turned 65 last week. Hey, congratulations! Uh, congratulations, Juan. Caroline, have you watched Naomi yet? No, I have not. I have DVR'd it. I just haven't watched it yet. Um, but I hear it. A couple of friends of mine, like Comic Uno, said it's kind of like it reminds you of Smallville, the early days of Smallville, and I'm like, okay, early days of Smallville. Okay, we'll see. Um, Marion, how messed up do you think it would have been if Gwen Stacy's death caused Peter to quit being Spider-Man? Uh,
That kind of speaks for
that
itself.
kind of speaks for itself because that would have happened. I mean, in a sense, even when Gwen died, I mean, it was Mary Jane that kind of helped him get back on his feet. It wasn't it was always that question. I mean, he blamed himself, which in part, some people say, well, it kind of was his fault. I mean, not necessarily. He didn't know that her neck was gonna snap back like that. Like that's just whiplash velocity. That's just you know. So, but he had MJ to help him, and the thing about what I don't like, I hear sometimes is like, yeah, well, MJ kind of just swooped in and no, she didn't swoop in and just was like, well, she's not around, so I'll take. No, that's not the case. They were friends, and she, being a friend, helped said friend, Peter Parker. And of course, one led to another, the build up, as any loving relationship is. And there you go. It wasn't as if, she's like, yeah, Gwen's dead. Now I'll get him. No, that wasn't the case. I hate when people say that. I've seen videos where they've done that, and I'm like, you stupid idiots. But yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. He was going down a slippery path anyway when she died. It wasn't just her, but it was also Gwen's dad. So, George Stacy. Um, do you think Jean really loved Wolverine because she was married to Scott, but always seemed to like she had a thing for Logan? Um. Okay. Well, I'm sure if you don't know, Brill, in the comics now, her, Scott, and Logan are in a relationship. So she got two men. It's a platonic relationship. Uh, the reason why, I mean, what is that word? Not platonic. Well,
You mean you mean polygamy?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. Um, but the other thing is the reason why Logan was so affectionate towards Jean goes back to, you have to read Origins, his story, and you see there was a redhead that he grew up with, him and his brother Dog, not Creed, and her name was Rose, and that's played into it. But Jean, in some cases, Jean did like every girl likes a bad boy. I don't agree with that too much, but yeah, it is what it is. Good day, Chris. Time is 1:59 p.m. and slightly timid. Oh, in Australia. This yeah. Oh yeah. Don't worry, guys. That is my first. I'm still the I'm still gonna do the try video with the Australian candies and snacks. Just Amazon, the one I wanted, it ran out, so I gotta wait till Amazon replenishes it again. But I definitely want to try it. It has all kinds of different snacks that the Aussies love, including the one that I want to try the most, Tim Tams. And yeah, it even has Vegemite in there. And yes, I will eat the Vegemite. I've been watching a lot of Australian YouTubers as well as and I know how to eat it, like where I don't want to throw, because I don't want to throw anything out. I don't want to spit it back up. I don't want to be disrespectful, because I've seen other favorite YouTubers like Lamar eat Australian snacks, and Lamar Wilson is hilarious, but he was kind of cautious about a lot of stuff. So that's Lamar. That's funny. Uh, what's the weather like in Mount Vernon? Pretty warm. It snowed last night. Today it was like 31, and it was warm, kind of warm, but as of late it's been kind of cold. Like we're talking like 22, 19 degrees. But it's winter time, so that's what you'd expect. Um, but I was fine with it. Just have your long underwear. Uh, but of course, people that live in the South, they don't know what snow is. That's foreign to them in a sense. Uh, how different of Legend of Korra season 4 would have been if Korra was forced to kill Kuvera, and what do you think the repercussions might have been? I don't know. I don't think they would have done that because I it seemed like they were going the right way with the last season, and you could look at it from a point of view like Legend of Korra. It wasn't going to be a really long series like uh, the first Avatar. Um, I still feel that they should. I wanted to see Aang and the gang grown up, and Aang as a full-fledged Avatar. When they would do those flashbacks, I was loving that stuff. I was like, "Oh, that's great." And then it goes to this, and I'm just like, "Yeah." Let's see. Next up, Caroline, what's your thoughts on the Batgirl set photos? Fine. Once again, like I said, fine. I saw Gail Simone. She put up a couple of photos and showing Barbara with her friend who is actually transgender. That's a character that Gail created for her run. Anytime, I'm happy for Gail, see some of the stuff that is coming out of for her run. And like I said, even the costume, it looks all right. I'm not the biggest fan of the uh, Burnside costume, but it is definitely that costume definitely is paying homage to Yvonne Craig, who played Batgirl back in the '60s. Her costume was very purplish, looked like Lakers. She looked like it was bright, everything like that. So yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm more looking forward to seeing Brendan Fraser, what he gonna look like as Firefly. Like, what they are, will he be all burnt up, or as Garfield lens, or where they just go a different route. Um, it is what it is. Um, and Lee, and what's up? Hey, hey. Um, Travis, is it me or is it me? Does Terry Silver? Is it me or does tell? Is Are you trying to say is it me or Terry? Does Terry Silver look like Robert Garcia from King of Fight or Art of Fighting? Um, no, because that's exactly what he was kind of supposed to be. You go back to the original, he pretty much that's what it is. Robert Garcia from King of Fighters was the rich. He was the rich guy. He was the rich, while Rio was, his friend, but was not the rich guy. Um, I mean, well, yeah, kind of. They were. They were kind of Ken and Ryu. But Robert Garcia, I always remember him from Art of Fighting. Most people know him from King of Fighters, but there were other games before that. Neo Geo had a lot of games. You talk about um Capcom being like the king of fighter games. Neo Geo had like fighting game powered off fighting game after fighting game after fighting game. Some of them just got lost in the shuffle, but Art of Fighting was always good, and that I always enjoyed. Fighting King, who was actually a female but dressed like a man. I especially loved her board because I loved the music. That was really cool. Um, but yeah, he kind of did. Um, it's just funny because Thomas Griffith. I mean, he's gotten older. Like sometimes I barely recognize him. I'm like, damn, whoa, you know. And that ending, Jesus Christ, he set Crease up. Um, I don't like that fight, Cap versus Yujiro. That doesn't make any sense to me, at all. Um, Not at all. I don't like that. Uh, it's kind of a one-sided fight. Um, what are your thoughts on Uncharted? What kind of ride are we in for? Oh, you're talking about the movie. It looks fun. I will check it out. I mean, Tom Holland. I wasn't expecting Tom to be. You know, uh, Nathan Drake. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm trying to get that name up. And like I said before, I'm not feeling Mark Wahlberg as Sully. 'Cause I'm like, where's the dude's mustache? Like he's just Mark Wahlberg. Like, couldn't you? Could he not grow a mustache, or could he not? Like, I'm just like, yo, but I think you can see they're taking a lot of elements from the games. Um, but once again, if you are like me, you're still scared because it's like it's a video game adaptation movie, and they are still way far behind when it comes to uh, having a good movie. Because why? Because studios get involved. They don't somewhat stay true to the sources. Look at the last Resident Evil. I kind of came and went. I still haven't watched it yet. I got friends that have, but yeah, man, it's like sometimes it's like why even bother in some cases to do movies on video games when half of the time they already are movies, you know. But I'm probably gonna check it out. I am a fan of Tom Holland. I really like Tom, young Mr. Holland. I really do. I think he's a talent. Um, but it looks fun. It does look fun. Um, so what are your thoughts on Tifa's appearance in the Italian Italian Senate conference. Wait, what? I ain't never heard it. When is that? I ain't hear that. That's crazy. I never heard that's crazy. I love the Karate Kid franchise, especially the first and second. I've been contemplating watching Cobra Kai. Is it really as good as people say? Yes, it is. It continues and it continues the story as well as it has very good characters in there, not just between Daniel and Johnny, but also I'll come on and say it. They have brought back almost every well-known character in that franchise outside of a couple of people, of course, like Pat Morita passed away. But um, you see Daniel try to pass on the teachings of Miyagi. But like I said, they have brought back almost a lot of key characters. For example, Allie, Elizabeth Shue. I was not surprised when they brought her back. I won't tell you what season she comes back in, but it was great. And that woman don't age either. It's like she don't look any different. And to see this new generation of kids, and you get to see the actor who's going to play Blue Beetle, who plays, his name is Miguel in the show. I can't pronounce his name for to help me, and I don't want to butcher it. Um, but it's great. It's really good. There's a lot of character development. You start to see that maybe certain characters may not be as bad as they may have appeared in the movie franchises. But it's a great show, and it, as you can tell, it started here on YouTube. It was a YouTube show.
Yeah, you keep ready.
And then YouTube they were like, I don't know why and then Netflix picked them up. And after that second season, they got renewed for a third, a fourth, a fifth now. And so big ups to everybody who produces. Will Smith is an executive producer, so yeah, the Will Smith. He's executive producer on that show. So yeah, it's a good show. It's really good. Um it's a really good show. So anybody who's a fan of the Karate Kid franchise, I do recommend checking it out. I am like you, and I still enjoy the first one, but if I'm gonna be honest, the second one is probably my overall favorite in the franchise. I really enjoyed that one to see, you know, how close Daniel got to Mr. Miyagi, being there as not just a student but as a friend. You understand why Mr. Miyagi left Okinawa. Like, why did he leave? What kept him? You know, and you get to see his past love and this and that. That's my favorite. I'm not that fond of the third one. I'm not. I really don't. And Ralph Macchio even said this the series makes up for the third one. The only thing now I want to see is Hilary Swank's character Julie come in the show, because she and Daniel never met. But it'd be cool to see Daniel get to see the last student Mr. Miyagi taught. Like, that'd be cool. I would like that. And they've talked about that many times. Like, what would that mean if she came on? And I'm sure Hillary would do it. Like, yeah, I'll do it. Um, yeah, like I said, it is cool. I thought so. But yeah, definitely give Cobra Kai a shot. It's really good. Marion asks me, which of the Autobots would try to intimidate stunts and pranks from Jackass, and how long would you think it? Oh, basically saying who would no, I would not want them to do that. Could you imagine that? Hey, my name's Bumblebee, and this is they do something. Forget how big they are. Like that's no, don't do none of that. No, nope, no. They're robots, but they're big. All right, next up, Caroline. If we get sequels to Batgirl, should they have Cassandra Cain and Stephanie Brown? Um, well, we already have Cassandra Cain. I hate to say it, but we do have her already in the DCU. I don't like it. I don't like. That's not Cassandra Cain to me. Stephanie Brown, not so fast because she didn't come till later. You know, you can't just throw them in there right away. You gotta give Barbara time to be Batgirl. She, you know, that nah. So yeah, no. Um, next thing, what's your favorite movie moment out of the entire Karate Kid franchise? Moment. That's a good question. Well, most of my moments from of Karate Kid is the lessons that Mr. Miyagi taught Daniel. Like all the things that he taught him. Like you it looks like they're just mundane jobs, but he was actually teaching. Like the whole wax on and wax off, side side. That was muscle reflexes just so he can be prepared to block something, things like that. I never took karate, so I took taekwondo. So but still it's similar. It's still similar. You have to have muscle reflexes and to be able to block something, But I love those lessons, and um, I think one of my favorite moments is actually really funny. Uh, well, it's not funny. One of my favorite moments is probably the introduction of Mr. Miyagi showing that this dude could fight when he beats Johnny and his gang up during the Halloween party. And you know, first of all, Daniel is slow. Okay, Daniel is slow. I mean, at one point he had a head start amongst Johnny and the gang, and then he we see him trying to get back to his apartment complex, and they're right on top. I'm like, what the hell? Like he was, and then he can't get over the gate, and the funniest thing about that is you just hear Johnny, you ain't going nowhere, and then of course, and then they just beat him up, and yeah, and then you always hear these things like Daniel was the real bully and all this other stuff.
I'm only on that one dude.
First of all, let's be one. Okay, let's be real. Johnny was trying to kill him. You saw him. You got one of his dudes basically saying, "All right, he's had enough. Like enough. Like okay, we did it. Okay, enough." And he said, "Yo, Johnny, leave him alone, man. Okay, he's had enough." What is Johnny? I'll decide when he's had enough, man. Like you trying to kill him. Like, and then if Mr. Miyagi didn't come, that would have been Daniel's head. And I love that when Miss Miyagi comes. That's one of my favorite scenes. Just to see, yeah, just to see Miss Miyagi beat these guys up. You know, I think another favorite scene I have in another moment that I love is Daniel finally, standing up, for himself. Like, yo, look, and of course that whole scene where Mr. Miyagi does I call it the chi healing that he did on his leg. I love that scene in general, like where Daniel saying to Mr. Miyagi, like, he's like Mr. Miyagi saying, you don't have to fight anymore. You proved the point. And I love where Daniel says, what, that I can take a beating? He's like, no matter what, if I lose, if I stop this, no matter what, these guys, they're always gonna look at it and say they got the best of me. There's no balance in that. not with me, not with Allie. And I love that scene because it is kind of true. Because let's go let's try to piece that together right there. If what they did to Daniel in the whole leg incident, and they had and that Daniel didn't go in, what do you think would have happened? What do you think would have happened? He would have yeah, they still would have probably been bullying him. Like, yeah, every day they saw him, it was like, yeah, we got him. They still would have probably been like, yep. So to see Daniel win with kind of an illegal kick, because uh, if I'm not mistaken, that the crane kick was illegal, because if I remember them saying you can't kick above the face, it was the sternum, anything below, but the face you can. And the crane kick was illegal, but he won. And then of course, for everybody who don't know this, and I'm sure if you do know this, when they did the second one, we saw Daniel and Mr. Miyagi leaving the tournament, and Kreese is basically beating his students up and choking Johnny out. That that was actually supposed to be the ending to the first movie, but they scrapped it, so they put it in the second movie. And we see Kreese trying to punch Mr. Miyagi, and he just busting his hand up, and then, which I love, just Mr. Miyagi just
still continuing to fight, even though his first hand gets busted, he's still
he's playing, and his hand is all busted up, and it was good. Like, for me, that was probably my favorite fights with Mr. Miyagi. And I'm sorry I'm staying so long on Karate Kid. I could talk about Karate Kid all day, but it's just, probably my favorite fights with Mr. Miyagi was in the second one. I really enjoyed those fights when he would fight Chozen and his boys. When they did the fourth one, the next Karate Kid, where Mr. Miyagi was fighting Darkseid, Michael Ironside, that's who he was fighting. It was a little weird. It was a little weird because he was just getting beat up. Like, it was clearly one sided. It clearly was. It was one sided, but you know, Mr. Miyagi fighting in the third one was fine, even though he barely touched anybody. He just threw dudes and then like just messing around. It was funny. But yeah, I do miss Pat Morita. I mean, he was funny, but he played the hell out of that character. And to think the producers and the directors, they didn't even want him. But yeah, he killed that character. Now it's to the point that I couldn't see anybody else playing that character but him. Yeah, you could say Jackie Chan did it, but once again, I don't count that as Karate Kid, because it ain't. Because karate is from Okinawa, is Japanese. Not sure there is remnants of different all the styles that, but still, like, they only called it Karate Kid to sell. That's it, plain and simple. I'm sorry, guys, that I talked about Karate Kid so much. I'm that's just my show. Um, what's up, everyone? What up, Big Lad? Who was a better? Who was a better relationship for Peter Parker, aka Spider Man? For me, it was Black Cat. Really, Black Cat. I don't know about that. You could barely trust her. Like, um, to me, the one that's been with him the longest, MJ. She's been through everything with Peter, so that's always going to be I love Gwen, and I will always give Gwen her respect. But when it comes to that ride or die chick, yeah, it was MJ. She was always there. Felicia was just like that little fling you have on the side. You know, you love what she's doing, but you know, it's like
It can get you in
it
trouble.
gets you in trouble too.
But then again, that's okay if you're Matt Murdock.
Right.
And Matt Murdock, one of
He
the
loves the
bad
bad girls. Do you like the Try Guys? Are you talking about the Try Channel? Are you talking about the Try Channel? Because I've been watching them since before they even had the Try Channel. If that's what you're talking about, Gazartan, good Guitarzan. Yeah. If that's who you're talking about, because they used to have a channel called Facts. Well, it's still up, but they went to a different. They got their own channel, and or if that's not. Oh no, okay, that's somebody else. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
My name is from, but I am more proud of the back.
Never seen any of the Try Guys, so no. Maybe I'll check them out. I thought you were talking about the Try channel. Sorry. Jim, how long is that box of goods going to take to arrive? I don't know. They just ran out of stock of it. That's the problem. It's like the stock is out, so I gotta wait till it gets. They're gonna. I put like a notification, like email me when there's more stock left. It's like it's a box, and it's got like um it's got a lot of different like shapes. I know you know shapes and cherry rips, and there's a Tim Tam. There's there's a Vegemite up in there, and it's like $30. It's like okay, this is pretty good. So yeah. So yeah, that's fine. Um, let's see next. Okay, hold on. Let me move this. Pop it up somewhere else. Here we go. That's better. I'm gonna pop it up on this side. I like it here. Yeah. Um. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Hey, Chris, congratulations, 7,000. It's been that's just a joke, Nathan. I just put that. That's just a title. I don't have 70,000, 75,000 uh, subscribers, anything like that. If I did, I would I would tell everybody. I just put that. Like I just put that. It's supposed to be a knockoff of it's over 9,000. That's what it's supposed to be. This is yeah. Respect to Lamar, especially, but he liked the Vegemite. Yeah, he liked it, and I've seen a lot of people spit it out because they didn't know how to eat it right. Like I know how to eat it right. That's the one thing I said. I remember y'all guys remember. I would always say I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna do that. No, and I was like, you know what? I should because as somebody who has watched other non-Americans eat snacks and a lot of different foods from here and watch them either enjoy it or dislike it. Like there's a YouTube family that I watch called My New Zealand Family. It's a family. They're from New Zealand. They're Kiwi, and I love watching them. They just have so much fun together, and they try a lot of snacks from people send them stuff. their subscribers send them stuff from all over the state to New Zealand and to them to try, and it's really fun to watch them. They call their subscribers NZS, and I'm like, that's cool. I like that, and it's really cool. And the family just looks so cool, down to earth, and it's just like you're like you want to hang out with that. So yeah, for me, it's like I don't want to come off disrespectful to anything, so I will when that comes. It will have Vegemite in there, and I know how to eat it. So they always say you take the toast and you butter that up, and then you lightly, for beginners, you lightly put the Vegemite on. That's what. But the Tim Tam is really what it's at. And when I do, that's gonna be last because that's all I've heard nothing but good things about Tim Tam. It's like almost that's like crack for you Aussies. I don't mean it that way. I mean, but it's just good stuff. You know what I mean? I hope I can start my own channel someday. It's not even just you can start it anytime you want. It's just you just have to kind of have an idea where you want to go with it. What do you want to do? For me, it was always like for me, it came down to I can be one of those people that just makes foolhardy, stupid stuff and just to get clicks and thumbs ups, and or I can just put my hobbies out there and just find people that can connect to the hobbies. That's how it worked for me. What I mean by like acting fools, like guys taking lawnmowers and smacking their balls over it or something like that. Just no. Or as funny as they are, I mean, like for example, there's a video where this dude is trying to grab, I guess, some a piece of something on top of a fan that's spinning, and he just cracks his head, and I laugh at it, but it's just like you stupid idiot. Like for example, another one of my favorite, Simon Miller. Simon Miller, the bold AO. He does fitness, but he also does reactions and he gives his piece on everything. And I love Simon Miller, and he's also a professional wrestler, so it's really cool. He's a real class guy. He's funny as hell too. He cracks me up all the time. It's not a video where I won't start laughing at him. Because he's just hilarious. So just find something that you're good at, something that you're passionate about, and take it from there. Dark Side versus Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you think the battle would be? What do you think? Do you think the battle would be in Apocalypse? Depends. Uh, Speaking of which, Cyborg, I actually really would have loved to have had the New Gods movie. I think that got canceled. I don't know. My problem with Legend of Korra was that she had this amazing roster of villains she went up against in each season, but she defeated them was so trash. Like fighting her uncle should have been Endgame. Well, I mean the first villain. I mean he came off like Doctor Doom, and then when they did all that, yeah, I can kind of agree with that. I kind of feel like Korra was really screwed over by Nickelodeon. I don't think so. It wasn't screwed over. I don't think it was screwed over at all. Some of it was just the ratings started dropping, ratings wise. Um, if the Norse pantheon captured Godzilla, which of the nine realms they would banish him to? Okay, all right. Now, here's the thing. Real Norse mythology, there are no realms. That's just Marvel. So really got to put that out there. That's just Marvel, not actual. Norse mythology. Just to let you know. So yeah, just to let you know. I don't know where they could take him. I barely think. I don't know. Do you think we need a Mr. Miracle live action TV series directed by James Gunn? I'll watch anything James Gunn. So he wants to do a Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. I'll be down. I'll be like, all right, let's do it. I want a New Gods movie. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, have you watched? Been watching Peacemaker? No, I have not. But I definitely will watch it. I unsubscribed to my HBO Max, and I was just like, all right, uh, but I'll definitely check it out. Once again, like I said, James Gunn. Laughing on. I know everyone do and have the right to that, but it's personal politics in it. If if Wario and Waluigi doesn't appear in the new Super Mario Brothers movie, I'm gonna be upset. I think Wario is in it. I don't know. I think he is. I think they're gonna have it. Tifa made an appearance in the Italians, much to the surprise of it when they were zooming. Oh, okay. Cobra Kai is yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, might watch it then. Yeah, it's really good. I've been skeptical because Mr. Miyagi obviously wouldn't be dude. Yeah, but it's still good. It pays so much respect to everything. Like even when you be like, oh, okay. What's the worst thing? What's the worst thing any DC villain has done? Uh, you want a line or that one? And there's many of them. I go back to Kyle Rayner, girlfriend. Just yeah, look that up. Go Google that. Put Kyle Rayner, girlfriend. You'll watch what comes up. Will Smith as an executive producer, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's an executive producer. Think we'll ever see Julie on Cobra Kai? That's I just talked about that. Hopefully, yeah, she will come. There's still some people from the franchise that we haven't seen yet. My problem with Cobra Kai is Samantha's character. She's so annoying. I was okay with her, but I'm tired of her. I don't want to ruin it because there's some people in there who has not seen it, so please don't ruin it. Uh, do you think Gamora can defeat the female Furies? Yes. Yes, I do. I couldn't get past Korra season one. When does the show get really good? It depends because it slowly builds because it's to me they did the opposite of Aang. They started Korra way up here, and then they declined her, having her kind of go back to her roots. So she started high, and then she went low, and then went up. While Aang he was low, worked his way up. So they kind of did it in reverse because she was already a master of all the elements real quick. And at times that was one thing I didn't like. I was like, okay, she knows every element already. Like, where's the how are we supposed to kind of root for her when she comes across an opposition that's a stronger opposition, actually didn't mind the one with Hilary Swank in it. Everyone enjoyed that one a lot better than. Yeah, I didn't mind the next Karate Kid, but the next Karate Kid was fine. It was basically just the first one, just from a female's perspective. Uh, I think that was Hilary Swank's debut, movie debut. So yeah, but yeah, the third one I just can't watch. I can't watch it. I really, if it comes on cable or I see it, I turn from it. Only part I watch is when Daniel is doing the Sempoia. Damn, I forget what it's called, but when he's with the real type, the real name of it. But when he's in the tournament, he's and do and do. I'm like, okay, yeah, I like that. That's my probably my part, But other than that, yeah. Uh, my issue with Daniel has always been he doesn't seem to retain everything Mr. Miyagi teaches him. It's almost like he has to go back, almost get like a crash course again. It's just weird. I find that weird. Let's see, everybody. Trying not to read too much about Cobra Kai. Yeah, don't. I'm telling you. Yeah. Please, y'all, calm down with the Cobra Kai comments because we got people here who has not seen it. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Favorite wrestler wrestler character in video games? Are we talking about characters who know grappling and wrestling? Uh, or, mm, well, one of them I'll just throw one out there. King from Tekken. King, he's a wrestler. He's actually a luchador wrestler. So yeah, King definitely. David, if you ever get a chance to read something, check out My Vampire System. It's very good to read. Okay, I'll check it out. Yo, bro, you misspelled what? What the hell, Ty? I didn't read that. Uh, I misspelled what? I misspelled. Oh, what the hell! I just saw it. I misspelled over. Oh, okay. How about a front kick jump? Yeah, that's good stuff. Um, Now I want to see what Johnny and Chosen think of each other in the next season. Stop. Yeah, yeah. All right. No more karate. No more Cobra Kai, please. Uh, we got people. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Miyagi versus the grandfather from Mr. Miyagi versus the grandfather from Three Ninjas. Um, Mori. Uh, I'll still give it to Mr. Miyagi. I still give it to him. Uh, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed Three Ninjas, especially the original one. I don't really care for a lot of the sequels until the original cast came back. Because the second one, I think it was Rocky that they got a new actor for Rocky, and then they did that the one with Hulk Hogan, whole cast change. Then they did another one where the boys were helping. They were at a reservation, a Native American reservation, to help them, and that was when the original cast came back. After that, I was just like, yeah, okay. But I still love Three Ninjas, a fun movie right there. No, not the yeah, okay, that's the trailer. Have you tried Wendy's breakfast, Travis? I tried them once. I have tried them. I've tried it once and I did enjoy it. I forgot what I got, but it was good. It was tasty. I do love Wendy's though. I like Wendy's more in terms of fast food, like or burger places. I like Wendy's more than Burger King, even McDonald's. I don't even eat McDonald's like that no more. I don't. I really don't. And if I do eat McDonald's, I'm just going with something. I'm just going with my favorite. nuggets. I love nuggets. So chicken nuggets, I'll eat those all the time. But when it comes to burger joints, like it's either Wendy's or Five Guys. Boom. Keishan, thoughts on the two cap books? Um, I'm gonna do a whole video on that, but I make it short and sweet to the degree. Yeah, Marvel was basically said Sam's coming back is gonna be Captain America. So there's gonna be two Captain Americas now, which to me that's fine. I got no problem with that. I like that idea. Um, I thought Sam was an underrated Captain America, because there was always people just like, oh, his books are just too woke. And it's just like whatever, But yeah, I'm fine with that. And Sam will have Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon, with him and his crew. So there's gonna be two books. Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty will be Steve's books. Captain America, Something of Truth will be Sam's books, and those covers were beautiful. I was like, oh, those are nice. But I'm gonna talk more about that later. Stay tuned for that. Have you read the new She-Hulk comic? You mean this? You mean this? Yes, I have. I will be reviewing that soon. I enjoyed this very much, and as you can see, I got the uh Adam Hughes cover. I love Adam Hughes. I love his artwork. So yeah, it was a good run. It was a good read. That was a really good read. Are you a fan of spicy foods? I'm subscribed to the First Feast. You mean Hot Ones? I watch Hot Ones. I like that show. I've been watching that for a while. I don't mind spicy foods to a degree. Um, but I want to be able to taste my food and savor it and not be eating something that like burning my mouth. I don't. I've had ghost peppers, ghost chilies. I've had that in a beef jerky, and it wasn't that bad. But it's just like, yeah, I don't mind. My uncle loves spicy foods more than me. Like my uncle would pour on the hot sauce, like, and even sometimes drink it. Like my uncle Kurt, my dad's brother, he's crazy. He used to drink it. Why is this being held under review? Is it throwing shit in the trash? Yeah, the best way to eat it is to throw that shit in the trash. Have you heard about the Wonder Woman game? Yes, I have. It's about damn time. It's about damn time Diana gets her own game. Took them long enough. Are you going to see Scream? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't gone to see it yet. Um, I do want to see it. I do want to see what connects them. Uh, I've heard coworkers who've seen it, and they said they enjoyed it. Um, uh, so yeah, I definitely want to see it. Let's see. Have you? One of my favorite ends of the Kiwi songs is something you check out. "Slice of Heaven" by David Dobnin and Herbs. Great song. I'll put it on the list. Hey Chris, what up? I might be mixing things up, but wasn't there Hellboy comics where Hellboy was related to King Arthur and didn't he use Excalibur to become the new king of England? Uh I like Hellboy, but I can't remember. I, I would ask, yo, Ty. I mean, you're more of a bigger Hellboy fan than me. That's yeah. That's more your forte. I don't know. I'm not sure. Personally, Gunn should do a Lobo movie. Like I said, anything Gunn directs, I will watch. I will watch because I've enjoyed everything he's done as of late. Everything he's done on both sides, Marvel and DC. So yeah, I wish DC Comics had their own studios, and I think we say that all the time. Like they need their own studios, and Warner Bros. So Warner Brothers can't. But the problem is, even I, I don't want to say even if they did get their own studio, we still be making the same mistakes. No, but it is tough. When is that Spawn movie coming up? I have no idea when that Spawn movie's coming out. With Jamie Foxx, and he's kind of, it's kind of seeming like he's going to be pushed to the back while it revolves around Sam and Twitch. And if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy Renner is going to play Twitch. Yeah, Twitch. Legend of Korra should have been called Avatar: The Rise and Fall of Korra. Have you ever been to New Zealand, Chris? I plan to go sometime this year. No, I've never been. I've never been anywhere in the oceanic area. So anything down under, I've never been to. I've been to Europe. Yeah, I was born in Europe. Been to Europe. Uh, been to a couple of European countries. I had a chance to go to Africa a couple of times. Never went. I wish I'd have done. I don't even care about all the shots I would probably have to get, but no. But yeah, that's a bucket list. Like I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Japan. That's like my bucket list right there. Australia, Brazil. I definitely want to go back to Germany. Uh, but the thing is, like, I say that stuff, but it's like I haven't even been to every state. So yeah, I've been to like maybe 10 states, 10 out of 50 states. So yeah, just saying. I'm watching Common Rider. Okay. I was disappointed. Godzilla didn't fight the Titans in Rage Across Time. Oh. Do you think Dana White is a disrespectful asshole? He kind of comes off like that. I'm not even going to deny that. There are times he does come off like an asshole. Three Ninjas is a classic. The grandfather was hilarious, but still, Mr. Miyagi all the way. When I think about Three Ninjas and Grandpa in that, all I think about is him and the Golden Child. You know, the Golden Child. When he tricked Eddie. You want your money, take it. And of course, uh, Walter Chang from Tremors. He was the one that named them graboids. What about White Castles? I do love White Castles. Yes, I do. But they will have your ass on the toilet. I can tell you that right now. White Castles, you eat enough of those, and they'll have your butt on that toilet, and you'll be pooping out. But yeah, I do like White Castles. Especially if I'm just want some kind of quick, and there are times where I don't make something at home, and sometimes I may be eating late, which I try not to do too much. Eat late, and I'll just Uber eat, and I'll see White Castles. And I'm like, all right, I'll just get this. Blah, blah, blah. I do like White Castles, but yeah, there's a lot of burger chains that I've never had. For example, another famous one is In-N-Out Burger. If anybody's on the LA, California side, I know In-N-Out is like big over there. Never had that. So yeah. How do you feel about them casting Aang so young? The actor looks like he's coming out of kindergarten. Oh, he's older than he looks. I mean, I'm glad. I love the cast of this live action Avatar. I am loving this cast. This cast is beautiful. I'm loving it. It's beautiful. And I'm kind of glad they're going with him being young. Uh, I mean, Aang was young. He wasn't a grown boy. He was. I mean, the actor that's playing him, I think he's like 12 or 13. He don't. Yeah, he just looks young. I can understand that. Woke, I really hate that word. I think we all are starting to hate that word. That means She-Hulk was right there. That's mine. She-Hulk was right there. Yeah, this was a really good story. This I will be reviewing this. The review will be going up soon. This was really good. I really enjoyed. Um, and the other thing I enjoyed about it too was the artwork, because the last She-Hulk comic, the artwork sucked so badly. I mean, they made Jen cockeyed, and I was just like, "What the? Why does she look like that?" Like, ugh, I hated that book. Um, I'm really starting to hate that word. Yeah. Do you like oxtail? Hell yeah, I love oxtail. That's my favorite. That's my go-to Caribbean dish. Oxtail with red beans and rice. I will chow down on that. I will also go stew chicken, um, stew pork. I'll try some curry chicken, curry goat. I live in New York, so it's like there's like Caribbean restaurants, Jamaican restaurants all over. Even in the town that I'm in, there's like they're all over. There's like dozens of them. Oxtail is great. That's good stuff. Most hated okay. That's JPXR. Have you seen the Netflix adaptation of Cowboy Bebop? I have. I watched I watched it. I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did. I give them a for effort. They tried, but Cowboy Bebop was a show that I don't think needed to be adapted, to live action. I don't blame anybody. I enjoyed it. I think the only thing I think was, them introducing Edward so late. I was like, nah, that should have happened real quick. You know, do I want to see any other? I mean, they still got a bunch of animes that the best live action anime adaptation is Rurouni Kenshin. Period. And Alita. But other than that, you know, a lot of them sucked. Or I am looking forward to seeing this Yu Yu Hakusho show. I never watched the Bleach. Uh, I sh- um, to me, uh, I wouldn't mind an Outlaw Star, because that's another one where you can you would use like American actors and stuff, because Gene was not Asian or anything like that. You could I refuse that. Suzuka, yes. Gene, Gene and Jim, even Melfina, I could be okay with being Asian, but other than that, no. Uh, and I would just love to see Aisha Clay and Clank. That's my girl. I love Aisha. That's my girl right there. Yeah, I'm into cat women. Sorry, don't tell. Yeah, Hellboy is Arthur's descendant. Yeah, there you go. See, there you go. Um, getting back to spices, I've tried Carolina Reaper, and they were definitely hot, but not enough to make me rush for milk. Still waiting for a spice to finally break me. Yeah, I all right. That's kind of crazy right there. Look, um, I've had I've had ghost pepper. I think it was ghost pepper beef jerky, and that was hot. Um, Carolina Reaper is, from what I heard, it's just pain. That's all it is. Like it's just pain. It's not. It's not even food. It's just pain. I want to go to British Columbia and Canada. Canada is another place and I'm close to Canada. I mean, I'm close to the closest. I'm close to Vancouver and Toronto. I'm close to Toronto, not Vancouver. I'm more closer to Ontario. New York is like right there, and Ontario's right there. Yeah, I mean, Canada, I would love to go to. You know, the Great White North. Favorite version of the Shredder. Uh, the oh, that's yeah. At first, I was gonna say I would definitely say the Utron from the 2005 series. That was a good Shredder. Number two will always be the original from the '87 cartoon. Always got to give James Avery credit for that. And Shredder from the last cartoon that not this new one that's I don't watch that. But the last CGI one where you know Donnie had a crush on April. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Blueberry Waterfalls. Yo, I didn't know you were live. What's going on? Greetings and salutations from a cold winter right here in Canada. See, I told you I got Canadian viewers. Um, it's nice to always have my international pack members. That's good. I like that. Thank you. Canada is another place I'd really love to go. I was nearly born in Canada, and mom and dad not decided to live. Uh, decided to live in Australia. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, I would love to. I definitely Canada. Like I said, I'm in New York, and I'm close. Like Ontario's right there. Like go right up. Plop. I could drive. We could drive right up there. I definitely want to go to Canada, especially like I said, Toronto, Vancouver. Definitely, I got a friend who lives in Vancouver or Cam, Kamalupa. I think that's the name of it. Um, I love to go to Calgary just to be in the same country that one of my favorite wrestlers, Bret the Hitman Hart, is from. Um, uh, and of course, um, I definitely go to Quebec. My French is really rusty, so I would have to relearn French. But one of the things I want to try is Canada's national dish, poutine. Uh, no, poutine. Yeah, poutine. No, did I say it right? I think I said it wrong. And if I did, to every Canadian, I apologize. Uh, not no, it's not Putin. It's no, I fucked up. No, I'm messing up. Hold on, I gotta make sure I didn't. Okay, I gotta make sure. Uh, I just want to make sure. Oh, come on, don't. All right, here we go. Yeah, no, I was right. Poutine. Yeah, there we go. I was just making sure I didn't say it wrong. Yeah, it's French fries and it with cheese curds and gravy, and there's all different kinds of it. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds actually kind of cool. I like that. So yeah, Canada. I make a pretty good burger. Yeah, and there's also the thing. Also, like, yeah, you could just make your own burger as well. Do you think IDW TNMT will reach 150 or maybe even 200? Where do you think the story will end up going? Do you think Shredder will take over the Foot Clan again and turn to the dark side? Um, I think I don't think they're going to get to 150. I think Eastman and them said like it's. I think they don't want to go too long with it anymore. But big ups for them to reaching 125. I know they're introducing the frogs soon in the series, so yeah, that's cool. And if you're not reading the Last Ronin, that's good shit right there. Um, I know a lot of people wait till these things come out on trades. I'm starting to become more of a trade guy myself. I used to get mostly everything in single issues, but I'm starting to become more of a trade fan myself. I start looking at, but I'm like, okay, I'll wait for that on trade. Turtles, I'll get that, no problem. As for if Shredder I doubt it. The new Avatar cast is beautiful. Yeah, that cast is beautiful. I'm loving that. In Ninja Turtles, what was your reaction when the Turtles and Splinter had a falling out? I was shocked. I was definitely shocked at that. I would have never thought they would have gone their separate ways, and you would have never thought Splinter would do the things he did. But it's just like, whoa, okay, this was different. I'm like, okay. The Punk Frogs and Tina look awesome. Can't wait till next. Yeah, the Punk Frogs. Matthew Mann, what is good, Matthew? Hey, what is your favorite cruise line between Windstar Carnival, Princess Royal Command? I've never been on a cruise, so I can't give you a definitive answer to that. In the OG show, Aang was 12. Yeah, see, so yeah. I mean, did you ever have Five Guys before? And yes, I'm talking about burgers. Yeah, I love Five Guys. I love Five Guys. When I'm leaving from my job, there's a Five Guys right there, so I'll order a double cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger on the app, and when I just walk in and like, oh, your order's right there, and they go pick up the order. Thank you. You know, I'll get just a burger and a milkshake. I do love Five Guys. Five Guys is real good. I do Five Guys. um, Matthew Mann, if you were a Force user in Star Wars, would you want to be a light side, dark side, gray side, dark? I'm a Jedi all the way. That's me all the way. I'm a Jedi. I'm a Jedi. Like that's not even. I don't even have to think because I know what I would be. I'd be a Jedi. You know, be a Jedi. That's me. Um, Johnny Bravo meets the females of of Dead or Alive. Well, he's gonna get his ass whipped because he's gonna get his ass whipped. Johnny, first of all, Johnny Bravo don't know boundaries, and you see, this is something that me and Malcolm have talked about a lot. Johnny Bravo, you could not do a Johnny Bravo cartoon today because the shit that he's go back and watch that cartoon. The shit that he does is like that's sexual harassment. That's like literally you can these women should be calling the cops on him. He basically like that he basically sexually harassed this girl. I'm dead. Like there was I remember the first episode when they first showed him when he was in the zoo and he was and the whole episode revolved around him trying to get this gorilla for the zookeeper. And before that, Johnny, he's standing there striking a pose, and at one point he he uh he's trying to get this girl's attention, all these girls, and they're not. And then all of a sudden, there's one point where he basically even says, "How about a kiss there?" You know how Johnny. How about a kiss there, Miss? And he tongues her like, and she shocks him. Like it's like that could not get over. If that came out today, they'll be having a field day with that. Like, no, this is no. You go back and watch a lot of the cartoons from the 90s and the 80s and early 2000s. They could not be done today. They could not. They couldn't. There are times, there are times I'm shocked at some of the stuff they get away now with something like you look at the Owl House. I was like, are they trying to say that there's a gay character in that? Like they still have like scared. They still is too scared to even admit this character's gay or something like that. Like you know, looking at the reboot Ducktales. You know, there was a character she had two gay fathers, and it was just like I didn't have a problem with it, but you could tell like it's still kind of like taboo for certain people. It's just stupid. But yeah, Johnny Bravo would get his ass beat for a guy who talks about he knows he's mastered every known martial art. Yeah, okay, he's gonna get his ass beat. Could you imagine him trying to kiss Ayane? Man, she'll break him. Uh, let's see. They must announce King of the Hill is getting rebooted. They're going to be older. Takes place in the future. I guess Bobby will be. Oh, okay. Anime show Big O would be an. I would. Hey, I would do a Big O. I liked Big O. I did love Big O. Big O was fun. And the thing about it is saying, oh, it couldn't work, but to me, Pacific Rim was Big O and Gundam and all that stuff. And I think they are doing a live action Gundam. So, any thoughts on upcoming Hellsing live? There you go, another one, Hellsing. That's going to be interesting to see who they get for Alucard. They kind of have to go crazy with that because Alucard, just the attitude that this character has is just crazy. We'll see. Did you see the new Scream? I just talked about that. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the new Scream yet. So, what's your favorite scary movie? No, I'm just messing. What's your favorite kind of burger? Do you prefer chicken or beef patties as the meat filling? Both. I don't mind. I don't mind a chicken fillet or beef. I don't. I'll do fish too. I'll do. I've done burgers which had bits of bacon and cheese in the patty. I've done salmon burgers. I love salmon. I love salmon. I love fish in general. I've done crab burgers. Basically it's crab meat in a patty form. So yeah, I'm both. I'm both. Matthew Man, would you ever travel to Greenland and Russia? Uh, Greenland, yeah, I'd go. If somebody invited me, I'd go. Russia, yeah. I'd go to Russia and go there and stop. Stop. Uh, and I'll be saying, comrades, let us all work together. No, stop. Stop. Did you watch the new Scream movie? I haven't seen it yet. Definitely want to see it. Um, what do you think of Ozark? I've watched a little bit of it and I like it. Besides, I'm a Jason Bateman fan, so. Do you think Chucky from Child's Play franchise has a bigger potty mouth than Daredevil, of course. Then Deadpool, sorry. JPX, favorite version of the TMNT and Master Splinter. I'm gonna go the 2005 series for all of them. Have you ever heard of Park City, Utah? Yes, I have. Matthew Mann, would you ever travel to First Nation Inuit neighborhoods in Canada, or do you know anything about them? Of course, I would love to see the First Nation and the Inuit, and I would love to travel to a couple of reservations that I have here in the States as well. So yeah, and pay my respects. You Hey Chris, my 31st birthday is is in just over 45 minutes. Can I get a birthday wishes, Will Miser? Will Miser, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday in 45 minutes. Your alpha loves you. How about that? Hey, well, you're just you're 31. You'll be 31. So you're in Club 30. So enjoy Club 30. I'm only gonna see you for maybe 2 more months in Club 30, because I'll be peacing out and hitting a milestone, and I'll be entering Club 40 in 2 months. Can't believe that. What's your opinion on Turkish, Persian, Arabic, and Israel food? I've never had any of their food. Sorry, I've seen some. I've seen they look tasty, but I've never eaten any of them. Since you're the alpha, does that mean you're ordering the NWO edition? The NWO edition of 2K20. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, the NWO edition of 2K22.
Not like the DLC.
Yeah, yeah. What's that? Aha! That's what's been sticking me in my foot all day. Sorry about that. Happy birthday to. Oh God, there we go. Will Miser, what are your thoughts on most of the surprise entrances being revealed for the Rumble? Yeah, there you go. Matthew Mann, what fast food restaurant do you find to be the less greasy? Taco Bell. Making me hungry because it gets sorry. uh, are there any great Puerto Rican and Dominican food out there in your city? Oh yeah, yeah. You go, definitely go into the city. In the New York City and certain areas. Yeah, that's great. Puerto Rican and Dominican food places, especially like up in like Spanish Harlem and like Washington Heights. There's a big Dominican population in Washington Heights. So yeah. Uh, how excited? How excited are you for X-Men 97 later this year and Allison Court returning, but not as? How does it? How does the situation make you feel as a Resident Evil fan? Oh, um, X-Men 97. I'm happy for it. I did a whole video on it. I'm can't wait to see Cal Dodd. I saw pictures of Cal Dodd. Voicing Wolverine again. It's just like that man defined Wolverine's voice. Still to this day, I read Wolverine comics, and that's who I hear coming out of him, coming out of those bubbles, his voice. So yeah, looking forward to that. I thought mostly all the actors were returning, the original actors that were returning. I didn't know that. What are your thoughts on professional eaters? You mean like those like Kenny Chest, those like fast, like those eaters? Those people were freaks to me. Like, I don't know how they do it, but yeah, those guys are freaks. Like, of course, like here in New York, in the summertime, they do the National Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Like, and so far, almost as all of the years, they have it out in Coney Island. That's in Queens, and they people you got to you eat as many Nathan's hot dogs which is it's crazy, and you see some people just it devour is crazy. TMNT Agent Bishop's thoughts. Well, that's fine. Bishop was cool. Do you think Daredevil season 4 will be good as the third season? And if they are truly secretly doing a Daredevil season 4, I'm ready for it. I am ready. I'm ready. What version of Hulk do you find the most amusing or amazing? World War. Uh, did did have a chance to watch Resident Evil Welcome? Yeah. Did you have a chance to watch yet? If so, what do you thought? I have not watched the Resident Evil movie. I just talked about that earlier. But Mr. Multi has. Go ask him. What sitcom shows were the most enthusiastic to you? Sitcoms growing up for me, I was into the adventure shows like the A Team and Knight Rider, and I loved cop dramas. That's why I still love cop dramas now. So, but growing up, I don't know. My parents allowed me to as a watching Miami Vice. So as a kid, Miami Vice was out. I was young and I was watching that stuff. That's stuff like that. You know. Is anybody a fan of Care Bears cartoons from the 80s? And the Care Bear, I love that. I like Care Bears. Yes, I'm a Care Bear. Luck Bear was always my favorite. And Braveheart Lion. I love Braveheart Lion. And I'm forgetting the elephant's name, but I was a Care Bear fan. Yeah. Yes, I liked Care Bears. Still do. Like still do kind of today. Like you got some guys that are bronies who like My Little Ponies. I don't hate on them. I don't. You know why? Because there's stuff that I like that you would like, but that's for girls. Like what? That's more girly. To me, Care Bears is like that. I don't hate on anybody who's a brony. I don't. Care Bear stare. Yeah, it's good stuff. Like in the movies were great. Johnny Bravo, along with Family Guy and Beavis and Butthead, were the three cartoons my mom would not let me watch as a kid. We had to sneak and watch them until Johnny Bravo met Scooby Doo. That was fine. Oh yeah, I remember when he met Scooby Doo and the gang, and he kept trying to hit on Daphne, and Velma was like, "I don't bite." Let me keep it 100% real. All right, let's keep it 100%. I have always been a Velma lover more. I was a Velma. I'm still a Velma. Daphne, don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for a redhead, but I like Daphne. Velma. Velma was mine. I was always more of a man. They do it all the time. Like, are you a Velma girl or a Daphne fan? Eh, you know, it is what it is. Do you think most people? Do you think most people of audience or crowds or populations are too sensitive and overact these days? Oh, absolutely. We've become this this generation has become so sensitive to everything. Like you can't. That's why it's hard for like comedians to do joke. Like comedians have said it. Like they are so scared now to say anything because somebody's gonna come. Oh, you can't talk blah 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 blah. Blah. No, yeah, this time has become so sensitive, very sensitive. It's ridiculous. Do you remember the Wu-Tang Clan PlayStation game they had? I remember that from the yeah, I remember that game. I also remember Jackie Chan's game Stuntmaster. Remember he had a game. Did you watch Jackie Chan Adventures? Oh hell yeah, love that show. Still love it to this day. Um, I want Warner Brothers to put that out on a Blu-ray. You know the whole collection. You know I love that. That was a great show. My only question about King of Hill coming back is how will they handle Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty's character? Yeah, that is going to be tough. She did. Brittany Murphy passed a long time ago, so and Tom Petty too. So yeah. Should they make Def Jam games? I would love to. I want them to. I would first of all just remaster Fight for New York. In my opinion, I'm talking about a complete overhaul, but remaster that. I would love to see them just remaster that because that's the best one out of all of them. Did you watch the TV show iZombie? I really like that. I don't think it gets enough credit. I did watch iZombie. I even read the comics. It was based off a comic book, and the comics are a lot better than the show because the show touched on the comics touched on a lot of things. Like Liv wasn't. It wasn't just zombies. There was vampires and werewolves and it was big. They made it really big, but they only went with the zombie stuff. But I Zombie was good. I really enjoyed that show. Animation is not just for kids, folks. Yeah, it is not. Uh, you want to see stuff that won't pass customs today? As little cartoons. Oh God, how do you feel about them doing a Wildcats live action movie or show? Um, I would look forward to a live action uh, movie of from one of the independent comic companies. You know, I'm still pulling for the Valiant universe. Yeah, Bloodshot wasn't what I wanted to be, but they still are doing Shadow Man and Faith and uh, Harbinger and all that stuff. But for me, I want a Ninjak. I want an Eternal Warrior. I want a Exo Man of War. Yeah, that's good stuff. Wildcats would be interesting. Uh, between salmon, trout, cod, maki maki, sardines, catfish, which one has the most flavor to you? Uh, I'm going to go with the ones I have had. I've had cod. Cod is pretty good. I've never eaten trout. Mahi mahi I've never eaten. Sardines I have eaten. Catfish I have eaten. I'm gonna go somewhat catfish, maybe a salmon, and I haven't had salmon. Um, ever eat sushi? I do eat sushi. I do love sushi. My favorite is uh shrimp temporio rolls or Godzilla rolls. Those are my favorite. I do eat a little sushi. I do like sushi. I got 3 years and few months left to go to Club 30, so I've been far away. Okay. You be 40. You look so much younger, dude. I would have guessed you was 28 or 30. Yeah, I'm 39. I'll be 40 March 24th of next year, of this year. Yeah, I get that a lot. Even when I do have like my full like sideburns and stuff, I still don't look my age. It's just genes. And the other thing is I never did a lot of crap to my body. I don't smoke. I don't drink heavily. No offense to anybody that does, because that takes a toll on you. I don't drink heavily. I drink occasions, but I don't drink just to get drunk and things like that. I don't like that. I don't. Whenever I hear like my cousin, I got cousins that do that, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Like just to get a buzz, like get drunk. Stupid. I don't like being drunk. I've been drunk a couple of times and I don't like it. I barfed on myself. I, I know what it's like to just hurl, throw that. And I'm a short guy, so alcohol hits me quick. I can feel it real quick. So when I do drink, if I do drink alcohol, yeah, I tend to have like a bottle of water with me. You know, but yeah, I don't do a lot of stupid stuff to my body. That's why I look the way I do. I don't look but in some cases, a lot of my cousins and some of my aunts and uncles don't look their age either. Like, it's just it is what it is. But yeah, I'll be 40, you know, and I do have something planned that I want to do for my 40th birthday. Uh, Hopefully it'll come true. Just gotta axe. What sword fighting style is your preference? Mm, Bushido. I guess you could say that. Yeah, Bushido. Samurai. I like that. Have you watched Batman Soul of the Dragon? Yes, I have. Have you watched Justice Society World War II? Yes, I have. I did a review on it, Caroline. Go watch it. Um, you ever traveled to any part of Maine before? No. Uh, the states that I have been to: New York, California, Florida, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Delaware, and Connecticut. Yeah, Connecticut. Like I said, I've only been to 10 states. I've never been to Massachusetts, anywhere going up to the New England. Never been anywhere there. I never been out to the Midwest. But yeah, I definitely want to go to the Midwest, like Chicago, definitely, because I got a good friend. That, I should say friends. Got a couple of good friends that live out in the Illinois. I want to go to Atlanta. New Orleans is definitely a place I want to go to. Uh, Go back and Seattle and places like that. Vegas, and go to Vegas. Well, Nevada, because I have a friend who lives out there too. So, all right. What? Are we good? We still good. This is fun. This is good. This is good. You mean Joey Chestnut? Yeah, Joey Chestnut. Yeah, that dude's a freak. That dude's a mutant. He's got tapeworms, man. He got tapeworms in his body. Did you ever try quesadilla hot dogs? I have. I've had tried a quesadilla hot dog. Pretty good. There's a place not too far. I did a video about it. It's called the Dog Den. Go check it out. And they do all these inquisitive things with hot dogs. Malcolm uh, told me about it. I did a video. It's one of my last food try videos. It's really good. If you like hot dogs and different variations of hot dogs and what you can do with it, go check it out. Maybe I'll put it in the I'll put it up in the annotations or so. How would Harry Osborn be acting like if he got bit by a radioactive spider or got crazy? Yeah, I don't even want to think. Sex in the City just not same without Samantha Jones. I don't watch Sex in the City. Yeah. In Golden Girls, who do you consider to be the queen of sarcasm? Um, uh, uh, the queen of sarcasm. Uh, Jesus, that's got. I'm. I'm definitely gonna go. Probably. Definitely gonna go Dorothy. Dorothy definitely. She got it from her mom. She would. She was. Well, yeah. Definitely. She was definitely. It's sad now that they're all gone. That is just sad. I really think about that. Like, man, they're all gone. I love Golden Girls too. That was my shit. That was my shit, and that's still my show. Like, if you got Hulu, you can watch it on Hulu all the time. It's good shit. Um, I loved all the mostly all the spinoffs. It's kind of like Three's Company. You know how many spinoffs Three's Companies have had? Like, there was Three's Company, and then the Ropers got their own show, and Three's a Crowd, where Jack and his girlfriend. Um, yeah, so yeah, and thank God for Pluto TV, because that's Pluto TV. I can just watch. There's just a whole channel to Three's Company. Uh, it's more to me and I with Valentine. Yeah. What are your views on Brendan Fraser mummy movies? And did you like the cartoon back in the days? I love the Brendan. First of all, I'm a big Brendan Fraser fan. Period. Loved him. Love the dude. I'm just so glad and happy that he's getting this resurgence, like, in his career. The mummy movies I really enjoyed. I enjoyed those movies. Um, the first two are like, I wasn't the biggest fan of this third one with Jet Li was the mummy. Only because there were a lot of reasons why I just could not take that movie seriously. Because one, let's count one. His son had a major freaking growth spurt out of no. I'm like, when is this movie supposed to take place? There's no way this kid grew up that fast. I hated that. I was like, what? I didn't like that they changed Evie. They got a different actress to play her. And I know there was a reason why, but it's just like, then don't do it then. Don't do it. And she tried to sound too much like the original um oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Hold on. See, I want to make sure I get her name. Um Rachel Weisz. There we go. That's a gorgeous woman too. Like, good God, I'm sorry. And when she was in that movie, she was just adorable. Like, Rachel Weisz in the Mummy movies was adorable. In the first movie, which with her little glasses. I'm like, yeah, she looks so cute. Like, I loved it. My favorite scene is when she's all drunk. It was funny. She's like, yeah, I know. Yeah. You're wondering what is a girl like me doing in a something like that. It's hilarious, good stuff. I love that movie. The cartoon I enjoyed too. Not bad. It wasn't bad. It's like the Jumanji cartoon from back in the day. I took it for what it was. But the movies I enjoyed, the first two the most, and then I don't necessarily hate the third one. You know, it's really cool to see my girl Michelle Yeoh and Jet Li go at it. I like that, but it just looked like it was just thrown together, that movie. And the one with Tom Cruise, I sat down and watched that, and I'm like, this is boring. I'm like, yeah, I'm bored. I couldn't take that one serious. Did you see Avril Lavigne is back with a new album? Her new music video, "Bite Me," and she's still, yeah. Avril Lavigne's is not human either. I've made that perfectly clear. She's an immortal. She definitely is one of the immortals. Those one of those immortals that I know about. She's definitely an immortal. Avril Lavigne is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what she's doing or what she's taking, but yeah, that's crazy. Uh, we need that Savage Dragon. I have spoken to the creator, Eric Larson. Hell of a dude, nice dude, great dude. I spoke to uh, I spoke to Eric Larson, um, and asked him how he came up with Savage Dragon, and he gave me the whole story about it. I think I uploaded it on YouTube. You can check it out. Me ask him. He told me, like, he wasn't even Savage Dragon wasn't even supposed to be like a dragon alien humanoid. He was just gonna be a man in a dragon suit similar to Batman. It's crazy. I was like, what? That was crazy that he said that stuff. Do you think Walt Disney ruins many original franchises? Let's just be honest. You're talking about Star Wars. Just say that. There's gonna be a lot of there's a lot of people that think they ruined the Star Wars franchise. We need a Street Fighter 6. That's coming, and a Virtua Fighter 6. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's coming or not, but I wouldn't mind. The iZombie TV series is the reason I got back into comics. I remember I loved season one so much that I brought the iZombie, the first issue comic, because that's cool. I agree, because the oversensitive generation. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's like, it's you say something bad, or like you say anything, like it don't matter. Like you tell a joke about someone being gay, and it's just like people, the gay community want to behead you. It's like you're taking everything too seriously. Yeah, IHOP is good. I love IHOP. I like good IHOP too. Yeah, I don't think I drink it. Have you ever cross faded high and drunk at the same time? No. Um, Speaking of Rose McIver, do you watch her on the new show Ghosts? Also, where does she rank on your fellow Yellow Ranger? I have not watched. That is her. I knew that look. She looked familiar on that show Ghosts. I know she's with all those ghosts. I'm gonna watch that because I have Paramount Plus, so I definitely gonna watch it. Um, I really stopped watching uh Power Rangers religiously after I think after the original. I came back with Wild Storm. I think that was when I came back, and Ninja Storm, and Dino. I did completely watch Dino Thunder. I watched um uh Mystic Force all the way through. And then I just stopped watching Power Rangers altogether. But anytime when they would do like crossovers, I would watch that stuff. But so I can't really give a definitive because I don't remember. Let me see. When did she? What show did she? Which Power Rangers did she was on? And she's from New Zealand too, so she's a Kiwi. She was in RPM. I didn't watch that one, so I can't. Uh, she's from Auckland. Hmm. I always thought she was Australian, but no, that's cool. Wait, when did she guest star on Xena? Oh, I gotta go back to see that. When did she guest starred on Xena? Okay, that hold on. Let me see. Who is she playing Xena? Uh, she played in all those Hercules. She was a Underworld. Daphne. The hell. Oh, I didn't know she was. But yeah, I definitely want to watch that show Ghost because that looked fun. I was like, what is this? And I'm like, that girl looks familiar. Now you telling me that's Rose McIver? I'm like, what? Um. All right. I'll go light with beer. Oh yeah, light beer. Okay. I've eaten quesadillas with lobster. Ooh, that's good. Do you think Indian food is too spicy or sour? No, it depends. Because I do like butter chicken and tiramisu and things like that. So tiramisu. You missed what I said. Oh, Randy Sell. Okay. Have you ever tried having a career in music in any shape or form? No, I can't sing. I still can't get over Meatloaf's passing. Me neither. Between crocodiles, alligators, snakes, lizards, turtles, and tortoises, which one do you find the most fascinating? All of them, kind of, pretty much. Uh, yeah, all of them. If what if Al Bundy from Married Children came to the Tanner's house? Oh my God, that'd be funny as hell. What movie role would you like to see Brendan Fraser play? That's tough because yeah, I can't really answer that one because I can't. I'd love to see him do more like. I'd love to see him play a cop. I don't think he's ever played a cop. I don't think he ever. Um, could you see Pharrell making a comeback or a return? Yep, I could. Mummy's Alive cartoon was dope. I wasn't into that show. I got a friend that loves that show. I couldn't get into that show. I just couldn't get into a show about superpowered mummies. I'm just like, wait a minute, they're mummies, so them falling, they should be falling apart half the time. I'm like, yeah, I can't. Avril Lavigne, speaking of Canada and Canada, but my favorite Canadian is Brian Adams. I love Brian Adams. I got one of my favorite songs. I don't know if I should play it because I don't want to get a copyright or anything like that. I can't believe Roman Carver was on Xena. What the fuck? I can't believe that. Okay, yeah. Um, seen the movie Dutch with Ed O'Neill. Yes, I have. I have seen that. Um, TV show Psych is a good watch. Oh yeah, Psych was really good. That was a good show. Now, and they just recently did a new movie. So yeah, Psych was a good show. Tigers, lions, jaguar, leopards. Which feline impress you the most with the way they battle, hunt, or eat or breed? Um, I think it's the leopard the most because the leopard's probably the most creative. Like he's smart enough to take his food up in the trees where nobody else can get to it. Like, well, everybody else has to. Yeah, leopards, and I'm always impressed at their strength. They're a lot stronger than they look. Like they can take like animals twice their size up into a tree. Like lions and tigers, they're always going to be impressive because they're just big and powerful. The one thing I say that impressed me about a tiger is how they can stand up on their back leg and balance themselves and just pop somebody with pop like with their paw. Like I've seen them do it. Like it's crazy. Uh, British, Irish, Australian, South African, and New Zealand people usually have some alike accents. Um, no, they you could tell the difference between a Brit and an Irish, an Australian and a South African, and same thing with New Zealand. South Africans are you mean white South Africans. You know, they have more of like a Afrikaan accent, which is like kind of sounds Dutch mixed with a Dutch and something. You know, like like they kind of roll like roll the R, like it's almost like when they say like I, I think it's important and it's important to be like a thing. A good example of it is if you ever play Mass Effect, the character in there when you do Katsumi's loyalty mission, that guy had a South African accent. It was, you know, because there's people like you and me, you know, with the ghost of the train, and it's just it's very dumb. And when you hear a British talk, once again, you think about Brits. There's different takes of them. Somebody who's from Northern England may sound different from somebody from the West. Somebody from Liverpool may sound different from somebody from Blackpool. So there's a difference. There's the same thing, you go somebody who's you may say somebody like, oh, you might see somebody like some long and everything like that. But then you got somebody that roll the R's and you be like, and then you have somebody who's got more of a Cockney accent. He'd be like, hey, oh, it's so much in my So it's different. And then the same thing with Irish. Like you could definitely hear the difference of an Irish accent, and the same thing with an Aussie accent. Like you listen to somebody who's from Sydney. I've heard somebody from Sydney compared to somebody from like the Gold Coast. It's different. They're different. They're not the same. They're different. It's just not the same. Chris, how and that girl doing? I hope the what? Oh, uh, fine. She's fine, but there's nothing really going on right now. So it's 11 on mine. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're about to wrap this up, guys. So let me get the rest of these questions out. But Yeah. All right. Here we go. Have you ever watched Roswell Conspiracies, Alien Legends, and Myth? Yes, I have watched all those things. Teen Wolf was a good intro song. I do love Teen Wolf. I did love that show. Which of the Bundys from Area Children would be the one to set off Miss Piggy? Um, you take your pick. It's probably all of them. Bud, I'll just say Bud. As much as I love Brendan Fraser's dramatic roles, I would love to see him do another comedy wacky role like George of the Jungle or those. Yeah, I mean, yeah, comedy good. I would love to see him do action role like or a thriller. But yeah, definitely. Well, that seems to be thoughts on. Okay, last question. Looks like okay. We got last two. Last two questions. Thoughts on Young Justice season 4 so far. I'm liking it. I think the one thing that's really bothering me is the whole Beast Boy nonsense. I'm getting tired of that. That's just like, oh, there's times I want just somebody to come and smack him. Like, what's wrong with you? Wrap it up by the end of the night. Have given me some motivated about life. Uh, I like your vice choice. Everyone have a blessed day. Everyone stay blessed. Well, I appreciate that. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for coming out again and enjoying this. Now, don't forget to thumbs up the video and share and comment and um, hit the bell. Make sure you don't ever miss a video of mine. Don't forget I got merch down in the comment section down below, and I do have a Patreon. And I want to thank my very first Patreon who is in the chat now, Matthew Man, as always. So don't forget to go out there, and if you check it out, you don't have to join, but if you want to support, because everything I do will go back to you guys. Got some videos coming out soon, guys. In terms of that will be going up here on the channel as well as for my Patreons on Patreon. And also I'm gearing up to do. I want to thank everybody who did the poll. I did a poll not too long ago where I was like, which top list do you want to be the first of 2022? And like there was like 51 votes. People, I appreciate that. And I was like, I'm gonna do all of them, but which one to be first? And it looks like the winner will be 10. I think it's gonna deal with Wolverine. It's the what costume should be in the Wolverine game. So I'll be doing that. That'll be the first one. But I appreciate that. That was amazing. Like 50 something, 50 plus votes. It was neck and neck at one point between top 10 favorite martial artists in comics and the Wolverine. And then the Wolverine just took over. I was just like, all right, we'll check that out. But in the meantime, guys, you guys take care as always. This is Mom for the Kids. Say peace. One love. Stay tuned. Keep it real as always, guys. I will see you guys next time as always. Once again, Will Miser, happy birthday, bro. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your day of origin. It is your time. Enjoy it. I don't know what you're doing. You could maybe just chilling. Don't matter. But enjoy your day because that's your day. And I will see you guys next time. As always, guys. Deuces.